something strange is headed to San Diego Comic-Con 2025. That is right, the real Ghostbusters. Now, a lot of people understand there's two set of Ghostbusters. There's the
There's the fake ones.
Ghostbusters that was Deke, and they also had an actual live action animated show. And then they had the Ghostbusters, and how our fine people at Columbia got screwed them, said our cartoon would be called The Real Ghostbusters. Just to keep that name right there. But they always had some strange characters once they moved out of the initial four. And this is another one that they're going to reissue. The Real Ghostbusters Ecto Glow Heroes collector set, featuring all four Ghostbusters with glow-in-the-dark deco, gear, and ghosts. This is a San Diego Comic-Con 2025 exclusive. Brings back the ghost hunting legends in a luminous style, and you can see both different styles. So if you can't get the Cold Sliver 4-pack from the people over at Hasbro, well, Hasbro's giving you something else you can get. You can go for this pack. So there's going to be a lot of toy hunting at San Diego Comic-Con. Chet, is this on your radar, the Real Ghostbusters? I don't see a firehouse at your house. So were you into this line?
It was fun. But I've said this before. I love Ghostbusters. I just don't know where you go with it. And you have to be a very specific collector. And I do love Ghostbusters. I think it's fantastic, but this isn't something I'm going to pick up at all. Besides, it's not as toxic, but it's not as toxic as the original ones were. So there's no point.
Mm-hmm. Those are still glowing after 40 years.
Yeah, I mean, probably even bigger than they were before.
What about you, Rat? Any Real Ghostbusters going up, or the past?
No, I'm good. The only set that I've been interested in that I haven't picked up is the O-ring set that they released. I thought that was pretty cool, but I didn't pick it up. I just love that it's like the DVD style packaging. No, not interested in this. Love Ghostbusters, but never been a toy collector of the line.
Okay.
Also, I also want to mention that it is at San Diego Comic-Con, which, unless you have $400 laying around for the weekend just for the tickets, I don't know very many people that are going this year, to be honest.
Well, that's on top of the $10,000 for hotel space.
But that's the Motel 6 and Hotel Circle.
Now, I've heard that you can go south of the border, extract a kidney, and come back, and they'll give you free room and board. But
oh, I wish I knew that.
Yeah, you got to do something. But now here's the thing. See, this is where I think you're wrong, Chet. Now I know we've done a show for almost close to 60 weeks, comparably. But I think I know you well, man, and I know you're a Ghostbuster fan. So don't blow this smoke that you're not, because we all know that you are. And in fact, the reason why I know this is I come with evidence and everything. That's right, sir. What did you do, Chet? What did you do? It's a Stay Puft Krang.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of two of my semi-favorite shows.
A few years back, illustrator and designer SNZ Toys delivered a nostalgia-fueled mashup crossing the streams with a retro homage to both Ghostbusters and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, reimagining Krang with a softer, puffier, and slightly more adorable look, while his robotic body adapts the sailor-themed aesthetics of Gozer's destroyer form. Standing at 8 inches tall, this supersized, stylized collectible and art piece will soon be available through the upcoming Kickstarter campaign. So head over to SNZ Toys on Instagram and check out the information right there. But I know you love these Kangs, and I know one's sitting in your toy closet. Is this a Kang that you're going to add in, Mr. Maddox?
Yes. Yes, it is. Also, if you know anything about me, I really love vinyl figures. So anything that's like artistic vinyl toys usually ends up in my house. And this is very much TMNT influenced, and I have a spending problem with TMNT. So
I think everybody on this panel has a spending problem.
Now, the one thing that they should do is a scale model of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that goes with the little O-ring figures.
They made that, and
it was full size, like actually big
for scale for O-ring figures. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well,
and they probably didn't, but I'm assuming they did because I remember having it. It was gigantic.
like I said, I'm definitely getting for my brother. All right, Crooked Smiles. All right, well that's different and everything. So again, yeah, you're gonna have to go over to it's an independent toy right here and everything else like that. Hope no stop desist comes from this scenario. I don't know if you got the license to do this, but we'll see. And maybe it's just enough of a matchup. But
Can you imagine? They're just
yeah,
like he gets a cease and desist from TMNT and Ghostbusters.
well, hey, they got the
So-
right to do it.
This looks like very much like, hey, Chat GPT, give me an acid trip between TMT and Ghostbusters. And this is what they designed. And they're like, run it through the printer. And that's how I know that's going to be on Chet's shelf. So there you go.
I exactly knew. The minute I saw this today, I added that story today. I was like, oh, I'm going to get him on this one. He was like, no, I'm not a Ghostbuster fan. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm going to have to buy that.
See, I know when I'm in Toyland, I'm going to be walking by. I'm like, that is the weirdest freaking figure ever. And then within 10 seconds later, like, no, that's already been sold to that gentleman over there at the podcast booth. Like, oh, him, Chet? Yeah. He's already got it on hold.
I'm gonna have to take off. This podcast is getting a little aggressive right now on me.
Well,
But you're correct.
Yeah.
Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of tonight's SKN News.